Namaskaram to all of you. Hari Om. Just casual today. Nothing serious. Nowadays, kids, I find them. The love is not in depth. Among youngsters, they say we love each other, we love each other. Lot of conditionalities. Love is supposed to be unconditional. Of course, marriage becomes conditional, but love is unconditional. In that unconditional moment, really so many things are shared. All sensitive things are spoken. They also discuss. There is a lot of planning going on nowadays. How, what we will do, what I will do. What is it you have already done? So today love is first they have to analyze. They must make themselves sure. One additional factor is parents should permit. I know some cases where the boy says he loves the girl says she loves the boy says or the girl says that my parents have to permit. Before entering into love, never the parents are informed. If you have so much that the parents have to approve your love, you should probably have gone to the parents and said that I am not going to marry the boy whom you are going to suggest or the girl whom you are going to suggest. I am going to have my own choice. I am going to pick up my own girl or my own boy. So, initially itself I am informing you so that you are not in for a shock at a later date. This was not told to. This was never discussed with the parents, but subsequently this comes up. This looks a little bit ridiculous. If you are so much scared or if you are so much devoted towards the parents, then why did you come into all this? This is your life. Of course, parents or godfathers, they will never think ill about the kid. They are always for the welfare of the kid, and whatever they suggest. Everything is agreed. Everything, what you said, I agree. Parents have a role to play. But this is your life. Your life. If you want them to have a say, you should not have come into this. If they should have a say, then first of all, there is no necessity to go into a relationship. In fact, most of the time, when the males drop out of a relationship, it doesn't hurt them much because they are not that sensitive. They are not that sensitive. But when females are affected, they are very sensitive. They are highly sensitive. And it takes years for them to come out of it. And sometimes they live with it, though they may be married elsewhere, because they are not able to come out of it. So for a male it may not be costly, but for a girl it is very costly. Very damaging also in some cases. In some cases The girls do not marry also. They lead a life alone, mentally living with the partner, though he is not physically available with them. They sacrifice a lot. Suppose you need the parents' permission, parents to approve, etc., you should not come into this at all. Parents have already lived their life. Now you have to live your life. Elders have to mature to guide youngsters to live their life the way they desire. If elders are going to prescribe, of course, in the good olden days, even the boy and the girl never saw also. There were marriages like that. They saw only on the marriage day also. The system was different those days. Today, days have changed. As you change, as days change, we have to also change to be in tune with what is happening in the society. Whether we like it or not, today boys and girls in the college, outside, they mix up very freely. They are good friends also. In some cases, they don't go into love and all, but they are very good friends. Even after their marriage and all, they keep talking, they keep having some small picnics, excursions, everything, they go together. Love is only for very courageous people. Love is not for cowards. Sometimes the boy and the girl, when they have to really reveal their love to the parents, that such a love, I am involved. At that time, they go and hide behind the parents and start saying to the boy or the girl, the opposite party, that my parents should approve, I have to take care of the family, I am the only person, there will be nobody else to take care of the family. All these things they don't remember before going into a commitment of a relationship. All these things were already there. So sometimes it looks like they were not very serious about the relationship in the first place. Though one party was very serious, the other party was not at all serious. Please remember this. The party who was serious, love is not imaginary. Love is very beautiful. She or he has totally enjoyed and totally involved in that. And there is a total commitment towards that relationship. Whereas, in the same case, for the other party, love is not for him or her. It was just a pastime. It was just a launch pad. For some time they needed some emotional support and they were together, that's all. In such cases, the damage is heavy on the party who is committed to the relationship and who is full of love. Actually, the entire life gets spoiled. So in love, anything can happen. If you are in love, it doesn't mean that it is going to fructify into a marriage or a commitment. We are not sure. Some cases it's more like a time pass. This is very saddening, in fact. It's very hurting. It's more a time pass for them. Though philosophically I will say that your karma with that person was over, that is why this did not go through. But for a normal individual who is going through that pain and agony of having been abandoned by the lover will be very high. But in all such cases also what I will say is, try to turn a new leaf. There is no point in marrying a person who doesn't want to marry you. There is no point in marrying a person who is a coward. Basically, he is a coward or she is a coward. Love is for very courageous people who are prepared to go to any extent in life, who are prepared to stand by you, be committed together. The commitment must be to that extent that they are together. I don't talk about future. At least today, the commitments must be to that extent. In future, what happens, nobody knows. Future is always uncertain. We do not know. I know in one case, they were married for about 10 years. It was love marriage. In fact, they had 2 children also. Suddenly they came one day and said, Guruji, we are parting. I said, okay, what to do? See, the day you came to me that you wanted to join, I said, yes. Now today you say you are parting, okay, yes. And then that gentleman asked me, you are not asking us as to why we are parting. I said, why I should know it? I need not know. I did not ask you the day you said we are in love. I didn't ask you how. So when you say we are separating, then also I am not going to ask why. Because that's a reason that's more personal. It's between you both. Why should I know the reason? No, we have filed for divorce. In fact, the court, the judge was asking the reason. See, he is a judge. So before delivering the judgment, he should know what is the truth. So he is asking. I am not blaming him. He has to be conditional. Whereas my relationship with you is unconditional. Whether you both are together, whether you are not together, I am always there with both of you. I am not going to leave you unless you divorce me. I am not going to leave you. I am going to be very much with you. But make sure that you want to go ahead. Because sometimes we commit certain things and tomorrow we start thinking, why did we go into this or why did we take this decision? So decision should not be impulsive. Any decision has to be honest for it to be a right decision in the long run. Okay. And things keep changing. It's not the same. Okay. It's very fluid. And things keep on changing. There is always a possibility that many factors may change and so the union cannot be continued. I can understand all that, but I need not know the reason. I have not come here to say whether you are right, he is right. I have not come here to say all that. I have come here to help you out to live this life peacefully, that's all, nothing more. Of course, after life as a prayogi, we have to do certain things to take you back to your forefathers. Have you understood? So, that love is always unconditional. At any cost, whatever happens, the seasons may change, things may change, everything may change, but still, my love towards my partner is not going to change. It will not be weathered by seasonal changes that happens in one's life. So many changes happens. That is not going to be a reason for partition among the partners. So, love is for very courageous people. If a person is coward, he should not love. But the stupidity of heart is so stupid. Despite knowing very well somebody is not suitable, the heart may long for him or her. That is the risk you take in love. Of course, someday when the love drops, if you can take it as a grand experience, yes, I had a good experience with that girl and I lived an excellent life with her. She was very kind to me and she offered a good life. Okay, the time has come for her to leave me and go. I'm very thankful to her for all the love she had given me and the kind of relationship we shared in the past for 10 years. Without regrets, I am allowing her to move on. A true lover does this. Others will lament, she has left me and gone, or he has left me and gone, he is not taking care of me, what all he did. This is all because of expectation. Love is not supposed to have any expectation. In any loving relationship, if there is expectation, definitely there is going to be disappointment. Humans are very good at disappointing each other based on each other's expectation. They are not going to live up to your expectation or to my expectation. Expectation is keeping something and seeing it with that, seeing through that and thinking that that is going to happen. Lesser the expectation, lesser the disappointment. Greater the expectation, greater the disappointment. So naturally that will happen. So there is nothing like selecting a perfect partner. Sometimes people say he is perfect for you, she is perfect for you. There is nothing like perfection at all. It's totality. You, me, everybody has got everything. Sometimes we behave like Devatas, sometimes we behave like Rakshasas. That is why we are in the middle as humans. We have both the qualities. So nobody can be certified. Somebody was telling me, my daughter and son-in-law are fighting. Please save this marriage, Guruji. Because in fact, when my daughter wanted to marry the boy, I had certified to my husband that the boy is a very good boy. That is the first mistake, foremost mistake. Nobody is good, nobody is bad, absolutely. Everybody are total. And they are subject to change. Just because you have certified, it's a wrong certificate. You have given a certificate, it doesn't mean that the marriage should survive. If your girl is feeling suffocated, she cannot remain in the marriage. Maybe a love marriage. Okay. In love, they talk so many things, which is not true. So when the truth surfaces, automatically they come to know the true color of each other. Then they cannot continue. That's the problem. Because they were having some expectations that things are going to be like this. And when the things became something else, they cannot continue for long. It's not possible. So, just going on thinking the marriage should survive is wrong. If partners feel suffocated, they should be allowed to go. Freedom is very important. Of course, there is a responsibility. Partners cannot walk away just like that. Suppose there are kids, then they have to decide as to how the kids have to be taken care of. So who will stay outside, who will have the kids, or how they are going to bring up the kids. So many things are there, other financial matters are there, how to run the show, so many things are there. So freedom is not absolutely given to either of the partners to just walk out. It is going to be, and the courts are there, everything is there, or some people are there, they are going to negotiate and say this is how things are going to be. The law, if you go through the courts, the law has got its own. Legally, there will be certain things which they have to follow, and finally a divorce is granted. Okay. Don't keep on thinking that we should patch up. Patchwork, never. You see in the road, they put some patchwork. It goes off in 2-3 days. So you have to completely relay the road, means you may have to remove everything there, everything you have to clear, and then once again fresh you have to put everything. Is it not? Like that, you have to scrap the entire thing. There is no point. So first the elder should also come back from that methodology of thinking that no, somehow the marriage should survive, somehow things should survive. No, somehow things cannot survive. How the boy or the girl will continue to live Though they were, initially it was a love marriage, how they feel suffocated. They cannot continue. Without freedom, one person is not being allowed to live in the family. Sometimes suspicion to a very great core. In fact, if one partner is suspicious, such a person should not be married at all. He should not get married at all. Such people should not get married at all. People who are suspicious should not go in for marriage or should not go in for any relationship because they will spoil the lives of the other person. The other person may like to live life free. After all said and done, to your knowledge, you know very well life is only once. Okay. I may say I know you for thousands of years, but you do not know. Your memory is short that way. You don't have the wisdom to understand all that and feel all that. So that being the case, life is only once. She cannot keep on living with a sadistic husband. Is it not? That too, many times these girls, boys these days, they are all very ambitious. Ambition means aggressiveness. Unless you are very aggressive, you cannot have a logical end to your ambition. And ambition is also keeps on growing. There is nothing like a contentment in ambition. There is nothing like that. Unless the body is not cooperating, mind is not cooperating, everything drops. Then that stage probably nothing works. It's not contentment. Even at that stage. So contentment doesn't come so easily. So if a person is very ambitious, they will be very aggressive. If you are very aggressive, you will be always in stress. Ambition, aggressiveness and stress, they all go together. Why do you feel stressed? Because of the ambition. So a very ambitious girl or an ambitious boy getting married and they want to move up in their professional ladder also. So the personal life should encourage their professional life. So things that are happening in personal life should encourage them to continue their professional life the way they wanted it to be. Okay. For this personal life should cooperate. Suppose they have a very suspecting partner, even work from home. If you are talking on phone to somebody, if that person, the other person is going to think that this is something fishy. With such people, how you can live? It's not possible. Okay. Suspicion is more because of possessiveness in this case. Love and possessiveness, there is a lot of difference. If you are in love, you will respect your freedom, you will respect the freedom of the other person also. That is love. If you are going to curb the freedom of other person in the name of love, it is possessiveness. A person can be loved. You cannot possess. You can possess a thing. You can possess a car. You can possess a fridge. You can possess a house. All these things can be possessed. But a human can only be loved. Loving is very important. And the love is the main ingredient. And in love, definitely, there is no room for any possessiveness. You cannot possess a person. So minimum a person needs is some freedom. Of course, freedom with responsibility. But some freedom must be there. Otherwise, they can't operate. So if the partner is suspecting and the partner is always aggressive, how do you expect the girl or the boy to live with such a person? It's not possible. So in all such cases, parents should have the courage to pull the girl or the boy out of such a mess. That's a matrimonial mess that has happened. It's a disaster that has happened. And disaster for a longer period of time, it may be catastrophic. So we should not allow. Some small differences are there here and there. In every family it is there. That I am not talking about that. If every day they are going to pick up a fight for something or the other, and either of the party is not prepared to compromise, then it is leading towards a dead end. It's better to quit. Why to be unnecessarily? You can't have everything in life. That also youngsters should understand. Youngsters cannot have everything in life. Certain things you can have, certain things you may not have. So that is where an element of compromise is very much needed among partners. There will be some weakness for either of the partners, and the other partner should, probably take it in the stride and carry on, and over a period of time, it gets reduced. Age and maturity plays a vital role, is it not? So the parents insisting in all such cases somehow see that. Even parents who come to me sometimes, they say, Guruji, please see that the marriage survives. Why it should survive? When the girl or the boy is feeling suffocated, the parents must be the first people to stand by them and pull them out of the mess. Just because there is going to be more responsibility, the girl or the boy will be with you, and once again you have to, since you are tired with all those things, you want this to somehow work. I don't think that is fair. That is fair. Give encouragement, give ashirvadam, give blessings to the youngsters, let them live a happy life, but when they are not able to pull on, I think we should help them to come out so that they can live peacefully. Ultimately, life has to be lived in peace. There is no doubt. Not in peace, P-I-E-C, it is P-E-A-C. Peace is very much needed. Okay. And love is unconditional. Unfortunately, marriage is conditional. That is why had they continued as lovers, I think they would have continued forever. Since that cannot be done and they had to go into a commitment called marriage, now their freedom is curbed. Or one person starts suspecting the other. Or they keep simply lamenting. So all these things do happen. Love is only for courageous people. Love is not for cowards. If somebody is a coward, he or she is not coming forward. It's better such marriages do not take place. Because after marrying, it will be practically a suffering for the other partner. Okay. I was talking to somebody. I asked, what is that? He said, it's a wedding ring. I smiled. Along with wedding ring, his father-in-law has given him suffering also. It is a ring. It keeps ringing. So days have changed. Be supportive to youngsters. Let them know what is the value of life. Okay. Your life is invaluable. You cannot value it. Such a beautiful life. Such an important life. Life to be lived, enjoyed with a lot of love and compassion. Unless you are joyous, you cannot make others happy. It's not possible. So the very purpose of life is to be happy and make others happy. Life is service. Okay. If you are very loving and caring, and you care among yourself, your love will take care of many people outside also, because you will come forward to do a lot of service for the public at large. As a very loving couple, your contribution to the society will be far, far great. God bless you all. Thank you very much. See you some other time.